Another busy weekend at Indy Auto. Let's go see what Nick and Vasily are up to.
We're building here a 1974 40 6-barrel. Belongs to a 1970 Cuda. So we just did an original restoration overhaul on this 440. So we just finished it. We're gonna put on the dynamometer and test it out, see how it goes. And after that, it's ready for delivery. This is gonna be the first 6-pack we're gonna put on video for you viewers to watch. He's got 3 new carburetors that Holly reproduces for the 6-pack 6-barrel Plymouth Dodge products. And we're gonna put them on, test the engine with this, finish off with this. And then the hard part comes in when I have 3 old carburetors that he wants me to put together and test them on the same engine, which I have over here. They might look clean, but you know what? We had them on a car last year and it didn't run well at all. It kept stalling, and of course we had a lot of black smoke running very rich and rough idle and flooding. So our job is to overhaul it and give it back to the customer in perfect condition so he can have them spare for his car. 6-pack for Dodge, 6-barrel for Plymouth. Yeah, they're tricky carburetors, so you gotta know what you're doing with them. So I'm gonna overhaul it, get a few kits, put them all together, clean them, assemble them. And then again, I need an engine on dynamometer to test them. So I got one here going up right now. So I'm gonna start the engine with the brand new carburetors, tune it. Everything goes well with that. That's perfect. Remove the 3 brand new Holley carburetors, install these 3 after getting built, and put it to the test.
Nick has lots of engines in the shop this season, and more than a few of them are 440s. His other clients will be watching to see what he can do with this one, so they can decide what to do with their builds. While Vasily is strapping the 440 down for dyno testing, Nick is trying to track down a noise on the front end of this Camaro. Nick recently put some trick new parts in the car and would like to see it back on the road.
We had the K-frame in the front changed. The subframe in the front of the Camaro on the 87 IROC. We had the wheel alignment done yesterday, and now I have a noise that bottoms out, makes a noise.
George, the Camaro's owner, has put a lot of time and effort into his car, and Nick wants him to be able to drive it worry-free.
The front end somewhere, I don't know where it's coming from exactly. So I'm gonna take it for a drive and see if I could pinpoint where the problem is. That's right, it's my first test drive in 2018. The snow is still there, but you know what? Let's go for a ride and see what happens. Seatbelt on. Let me take it for a drive around the corners, up down the street, and see what I can do with it. We built a 350 engine on this one last year, so now we're doing suspension work, and let's go look for a noise that it's got in the front end. tests on the rattle in the front end. Don't have them. Anyways, let's try the way it is. Let's shoot again. Here we go. A lot of holes. Oh, nothing there. Here we go again. Let's make a tight U-turn and see what happens. We've done a lot of work to this car, so I got to give some credit to my customer. Let's fix it right for him. Here we go. Let's look for some more. Let's drive over the manhole. God, no noise at all so far. I'll try it one more time, go around the streets. I'm gonna go on a longer stretch, look for potholes, and try it again. Car goes good. Here we go. Why isn't this fun? There we go, up and down the driveways, up the little bumps. So good. Let's go over here. Let's try this. Gotta be easy because it's got a front spoiler on this car, so I gotta make sure I don't damage it. Here we go. I don't know, but for some reason, looks like it's all good. I went up and down the street, took some sharp turns, went over some manholes, no noises whatsoever. So my customer can take it home today, hopefully, because I gotta make space in the shop for all the other cars that come in for their engine installations. So another one ready to hit the road. Looks good, looks good. Oh, that was exciting. I wish I could do it again. Nice. Here we go, man. We got 3 brand new carburetors for our 6-pack 440. Ready to install them, get it started. There's an outboard carburetor. Isn't that nice? Opening up boxes with brand new stuff. Not really vintage, but the copy of vintages. They're brand new carburetors from Holly, made for the 6-pack from Chrysler. And here they are. So we're gonna mount them on the 440 and see how they go.
Triple doubles are notoriously difficult to set up and tune. But Nick has a reputation for being the master of multiple carbs. Now, Vasily is learning from the master and carrying on the way of the muscle car.
I had these made because they're discontinued from Chrysler. or Mopar Performance or from Direct Connection. So I have them custom made with a machinist I know very well. And check it out, just like original. See, sometimes when you can't find the parts, you gotta make them. Everybody wants to get involved when we're putting an engine on the dynamometer, especially on a Saturday. So everybody wants us to see how we're going to break in the cam on this motor. So we got to get it running, start right away, run it, 2,000, 2,200 RPMs for 20 minutes. It's a flat tapping hydraulic cam, and that's the way to do it, with lots of oil with zinc. Okay, water leaks. Let's check for water leaks. That's the first thing. Okay, next.
The dyno room is much more than a place to find out how much power an engine makes. It's also the perfect place to diagnose and break in a freshly rebuilt engine, to make sure that there aren't any issues of noise, vibration, or leaks.
This is one of my several 440s in my shop, and this is the only 6-pack I got at the moment. So here we are. I wanted the viewers to watch a 6-pack, but some of you comment that you'd like to see a 6-pack. This is an old factory 440 6-pack I have here. The only thing is I don't have the exhaust manifolds yet because the customer has not found a set for the car. So in the meantime, we're going to test it with headers and see how it goes. Not only are we going to test the motor, I'm also going to check my new O2 sensor, which I've installed again. We had it calibrated, and now we're going to start the engine and we're going to see how it goes. Let's break it in. Are you ready?
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Check out the cherry red headers when we turn the lights out in the dyno room. The 440 sounds good on initial startup and into its break-in. The new O2 sensor is telling Nick that it's running a little lean, something to take care of Monday on tuning day. But for the duration of the break-in, Nick uses his hand as an old-school choke to keep the mixture right where he wants it. He's also barbecuing his ribs, standing next to the headers for so long. After 20 minutes of the sound of the 440's music playing in the shop, the break-in is complete. Nick is planning to tune the engine and do some pulls to see how much power it's producing on Monday. But he can't just walk away from the beast on his dyno without doing a couple of pulls, just for fun.
test with just a fast, quick little test at 600 RPMs per second. I'm going to start it at 26 and finish it at 5,000 RPMs. Oh, let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, let's see how the 6-pack opens up. We're going to go slowly now. When the 6-pack opens up, there's no accelerator pump, so it's going to shoot a lean mixture. You're going to see it, and it also causes a boggy. But that's something we're going to do on the car. That's factory, man. That's factory.
Wow. Let's see that again from the camera sitting on top of the 6-pack.
$417
That's it.
at 48.
That's at 4800, yeah. Stock 446-pack, 417 horsepower at 4,700 RPM. And what's the peak torque?
510.
510 at
38.
3,800 RPMs.
Only just broken in and already busting stock numbers. Another successful build. Nick will get the engine into the car with the correct manifolds and dual point ignition and finish the tuning on the street.
It's all pure stock setup, so we're not going to do any changes on the jetting, even though it ran lean a little bit here on the dyno test because we have headers instead of the exhaust manifolds. But in the meantime, if the customer could bring me the manifolds, I like to put them on the dyno and then test it again with the exhaust manifolds. So we'll see, depending on the customer, if he brings them in, we'll do it all over again.
Predictable power, time after time. That's what they build at Nick's garage. Hey, just in time for the hot weather, Nick has added a white t-shirt and a tank top to his online store. Drop by and take a look.